Welcome once again to another installment of Irish Bandit Extra. Bandit back with you again. This past Tuesday, we talked about the Scream franchise and retrospective of the movies. If you didn't see that episode, click the link down below in the description and you can watch that episode and then come back here and watch Irish Bandit Extra because we are talking about the Scream TV series now for this. The Scream TV series, just looking here on Google, TV series adaptation of the hit horror film franchise, instigated, by a cyberbullying incident that goes viral. A brutal murder in Lakewood stirs memories of a crime spree from the town's past that has haunted some, intrigued others, and maybe just spawned a new executioner. At the center of the story is a group of teenagers with two friends struggling to reconnect at its heart, who, says MTV, the network that airs the Scream series, become lovers, enemies, suspects, targets, and victims of a killer who's out for blood. Now, when I originally heard about the Scream series, I wondered how that was going to work given a TV format. Because unless you're doing it on something like HBO or Showtime, I didn't think it would work out that well because the Scream movies were pretty violent. But I have to say they did a really good job of making it more TV friendly. They kept all the intrigue and the blood, but they did it in a way where you could get away with it on TV. One of the biggest controversies surrounding the show was actually the fact that the killer in both Season 1 and Season 2 didn't wear the same outfit as Ghostface in the movies. But I can see why they did that. While everyone was complaining and bitching and moaning, saying, oh, it's not Scream without Ghostface. Well, this series isn't set in the Woodsboro universe, in the Scream movie universe. This is its own little thing. It's something completely different. So I can see why they did it to establish itself as its own entity and didn't want to piggyback off the success and the look of the original Scream movies. I really enjoyed the first two seasons. It was something interesting in the second season because the first season just had generic titles like Hello, Emma, or a pilot. Well, everything gets a pilot. But in the second season, they named every episode after a horror movie. Now, looking it up on Google here. Come on. Here we go. So when you look at the first season, you have like Hello Emma, Want to Play a Game, Aftermath, 10 episodes in the first season, Revelations, and then when you get into the second season, you have I Know What You Did Last Summer, Psycho, Vacancy, Happy Birthday to Me, Dawn of the Dead, Jeepers Creepers, Let the Right One In, all names of horror movies. So I really appreciated that aspect, being a horror movie buff myself. So yeah. The first two seasons aired on MTV in the States and aired on Netflix internationally. We get a Netflix here in Canada. I've heard there is going to be a third season, but it is going to be separate from the first two seasons. It'll have a different story altogether, and the Ghostface mask isn't returning, which myself, I don't know what this is going to mean because the story was left unfinished from the first two seasons, so I'd kind of like to see that story play out and see what happens. So will this mean that Scream, the second series, or the third season, I mean, is that going to be revolving around Woodsboro, Sidney Prescott, and all that, since the Ghostface mask is returning? Or is this going to be someone paying an homage to the Woodsboro murders? The Woodsboro murders, the college murders, the Hollywood murders. Are they going to be actually piggybacking off of that? This is one of the final executive producing jobs that Wes Craven did before he passed away. He still carries on the title of executive producer, which I'm glad to see. Little tribute to Wes Craven every time I see that pop up. I enjoyed Scream. The first two seasons were really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought that the first season was what Scream 5 should have been. Or what Scream 4 should have been, I'm sorry. So, there were a few nitpicks I have about it, like the actress they had to play Emma. She could be a little wooden and stiff at times, but like I said, anything else would be nitpicks. So I definitely highly suggest, if you're a fan of the Scream movie franchise and a fan of horror movies, I definitely suggest watching the Scream series. You won't be disappointed by it. I wasn't. I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, well, that's this episode of Irish Bandit Extra. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this episode a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video anywhere you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere at all. Down the link below, underneath the link to this past Tuesday's episode. Don't forget to check the link for the Irish Bandit shop on redbubble.com. Yeah. And you can pick up a whole bunch of great Irish Bandit merchandise there. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload anything new. We are now at 57 subscribers. We're growing, and that is absolutely awesome since the live State of the Union, State of the Channel address, sorry. All right, I will be back tomorrow with a brand new edition of High Five. It's High Five Redux, where I'm going to be going through the first High Five episode, talking about everything that happened in the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead. High Five Redux or High Five Redus? Yeah. And then this coming Tuesday, Irish Bandit Revolution returns with a Very Bandit Christmas 3. We're slowly making our way to the end of the season, and it is going to be a great one. So, guys, I will talk to you again very, very soon.